Hello friends, it's SecretDoorGaming again, and I'm playing now part 2 of Binary Star. This is, for those who did not watch the first part, this is a visual novel, and it's got superheroes in it, and it's definitely a romance. But it's quite on the graphic side, but I would highly recommend watching the first part of Binary Star. I absolutely love this game. I'm having so much fun with it. There is some warnings though that I highly recommend reading before you play the game in case you get triggered. And it does have some yandere elements to it, but I'm happy that I'm getting back into it. And we just started where we left off, and thankfully it's not midnight, so I'm nice and refreshed, and hope you grab some snacks and a good drink, and let's get right into it again. After a few hours of being lazy, I can feel the exhaustion setting in. The sun is beginning to set. I decide to do some stretches to keep the blood flow to my legs. When I glance to where the noise is coming from, I notice a small black cat at my window. How did a cat get 5 stories up? I immediately open up my window and grab the cat, bringing it into the apartment. Oh, cute kitty cat! Hey, that kitty cat kind of looks like Haley. Is that her superpower? Is she able to turn herself into a cat? How cool is that? Oh my god, what were you doing out there, kitty? The cat wiggles in my arms and I let it down in my apartment. It's gonna turn into Haley, just watch. The cat wanders around the apartment, sniffing everything its small nose can reach. I sit on the bed watching the cat. When the cat finishes whatever rounds it was making, it stares at me curiously. Do you want to play? I dig in my closet to find the basket of cat care items that I probably should have given away ages ago. So I'm supposed to be a villain, or a very infamous villain. Well, not that actually infamous, and I still don't know what my superpower is, if I even have a superpower, so I'm kind of bummed out about that, because so far I seem to be the weak damsel in distress. Sorry, I'm just gonna take a little sip of my... Just kind of wet the whistle. I pull out a feather toy and crouch down in front of the cat. The cat stares up at the feathered toy with an unamused look. I bounce the toy up and down, but it fails to interest the cat, who just rubs its paw against its face instead. I try a few more toys, but the cat even seems amused with my frustration. Eventually the cat turns around, stretching up towards my bed. You want to get up there? I ask carefully, picking up the cat and placing it onto my bed. Aw, so cute. After sniffing around a bit, the cat lays down. It looks so comfortable, I can't help but to yawn as well. I decide to follow suit, lying down on the bed, blanketed by the rare warm sun. The cat gets up and walks over to me. The cat curls up next to me, its soft warmth comforting me. How did you get here, kitty? You must be pretty agile to find your way up 5 stories. I mumble to the cat. The cat gives a soft meow, almost looking proud of its accomplishments. As I pet and talk to the cat, it purrs in response. Oh, we just love kitty cats. I love kitty cats so much. Between the warmth of the sun and the cat curled up next to me, I soon get tired and my eyes refuse to stay open. I can't help but to fall asleep with the cat beside me. Just watch up as I wake up and there's Haley laying beside me. Door clicks closed and my eyes drift open. Still tired? Ray walks in with full hero attire on, carrying a sizable duffel bag. How did you get into my apartment, dude? His expression looks more exhausted than usual. Part of his hero outfit is ripped in different areas. Aw, poor guy. He was like probably searching all day for that evil... What's his name? I can't even remember his name. Oh... What was his name? And I can't even... Oh, Double Vision. Double Vision. He's the villain. He was like my... For those who didn't watch the first part, he's my villain ex-boyfriend. And he's very evil. He tried to cut my finger off. Ugh, horrible. And then Ray saved me. My superhero Ray came to the rescue. I grimace at a particularly nasty slash on his side. Oh, he's binary star for anyone who doesn't know, but his alter ego, like Clark Kent ego, his name is Ray. Ray follows my eyes and covers the slash with his arm. It looks worse than it is, I promise. I get up to take a closer look, but Ray quickly takes a step back. I rushed back here to check on you, so I haven't taken a shower yet. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. No, it's okay. I just can't guarantee I don't smell entirely horrible right now. Do you want to shower here? Oh, do you mind? I was just stopping by here to make sure you were doing okay. I was going to head to mine and come back here later. But I guess that would save me a trip. Yeah, feel free. There should be some fresh towels in the bathroom. I look at him. I don't think you will fit in my clothes, though. Ray drops his duffel bag on the ground. No worries, I always take extra clothing to work. Never know what's going to happen, right? I push out the memories of the carnage from my mind. Yeah. Ray, surely sensing what I was thinking, looks somewhat awkward. He forces a smile. His smile is so creepy. Sorry, but his smile it's too wide for his face. It kind of looks Jokerous, like, you know, the Joker? I'm going to... He gestures toward the bathroom. Yeah, of course. He saunters towards the bathroom. A couple seconds later, Ray speaks through the door. Hey, Celine. Oh, he's trying to get fresh now. Yeah? I approach the bathroom door. Do you mind helping me with something? Ugh, of course. Now he wants to get, like, hanky-panky. It's nothing weird. Sure. Do you want me to come in? Yeah. I open the bathroom door to see Ray hunched over the sink. His body is just so strange. It's not like... I don't know, it just doesn't seem normal. I don't know. The artwork there just doesn't seem normal. But yeah, I could see the big gash in his side. Like, he probably needs help cleaning that up. The top part of his jumpsuit is off and his hair hangs partially wet. I eye the gash on his side, red and angry looking. I can't reach the top part that well. Do you mind cleaning it? Ray looks awkwardly away. You can say no if you want. Dude, you really need to be bandaged. You need to get some stitches, man. That's like a huge gash. That's like half your torso is open. I'll just wash it in the shower water and hope it's good enough. Yeah, that'll just cause it to bleed more, dude. What were you fighting? Ray grimaces. He knows what I'm getting at. A crawler. The type of alien that you saw before. Oh yeah, there's aliens in this game too. And they're horrible. They just like kill everybody. They're horrible. So Ray is like the only like shining light. Oh, his poor body. Goodness gracious, look at all the scars. Their attacks are becoming more frequent. It's like a samurai. And it was destroying the city. Okay. I walked towards Ray and grabbed the bottle of hydrogen peroxide from his hand. That's gonna really hurt. Should I grab some leather too? Just stick it in your mouth. Gag. Hurry, just bite out. Get some whiskey. I cleaned the wound as thoroughly as I could. Ray doesn't even flinch at the touch of the hydrogen peroxide. Who's tough? He sighs. Thanks, Celine. No problem. I stand awkwardly, trying not to stare at Ray's undressed upper half. I'm going to take a shower now. Oh, right, I'll get out of your hair. As I open the door, it suddenly closes by a weight behind me. I turn around and see Ray looming over my body. Uh-oh. Ooh. Sleepy look. My goodness, what's with those eyes? Eyes, oh, face only a mother could love. Uh-oh, here comes the hanky-panky. Should I close my eyes? He stares intensely, his face coming ever closer. He pauses just as his breath drifts across my face. Ray lifts a hand to my face, brushing his thumb across my cheek. He then holds up a small black hair that must have been sitting on my face. My face heats up. There was a cat in here earlier, and a cat on the 5th floor? I blanch, unsure how to explain it. Maybe a neighbor let it out. A silence drips between us. Some dark emotion shifts under Ray's eyes that I can't quite place. I glance down at the gash on Ray's side. The red is starting to bloom and run. Was I too rough? Does it hurt? Of course it hurts. Before I can process what is happening, Ray grabs my wrist, pressing it deeply into his side. I can feel the bandages grow damp with blood under the pressure of my hand. He looks at me completely expressionless, his dark eyes seemingly bottomless. I try to yank my hand away, but he only presses it deeper into his side, my fingers digging into the wound. Stop! I yelp, beginning to feel a bit sick by his flesh slowly being parted by my fingertips. He lets go of my wrist. I instantly take a step back, cornered into the door. No, Celine, nothing you can do will ever hurt me. Nothing can hurt me. This is the price I pay for protecting humanity. While you play with cats. His tone sounded almost sardonic. I wasn't really sure what he meant. I try to search his face, but it remains expressionless. Ray's cool gaze never once leaving my own. So, are you joining me then? Ray reaches to the shower, turning it on. You seem to take your sweet time leaving, so I assume you want a show or something. A smirk drifts across Ray's face as he starts to pull down the rest of his jumpsuit that sits loosely at his waist. Oh, I mumble, leaving the bathroom. Ray chuckles as the door clicks shut. I can hear Ray give a tired sigh as the shower water hits his body. Having the national hero binary star in my small apartment felt surreal. The high standard set for all heroes, past and present, currently in my shower. Not as binary star, but as Ray. The same Ray that would stop in for black coffee looking like he hasn't gotten an ounce of sleep for at least a week. The same Ray that would skeptically try a green latte, who would carry my groceries for me. To be honest, I wasn't sure exactly how to feel. They seemed like two completely different people, yet the evidence was clearly in front of me. Who are you, binary star? Who are you, binary star? Who are you really? The sun continues to set a brilliant red, closing in on nighttime. Soon enough, Ray steps out of the bathroom, clothed in a comfy sweater and jeans as normal. Looking like he's been stuck in a cave for like a year. He's eating nothing but twigs and dirt, you know? Look at him, he looks so emaciated. You need some pastries, dude. God, I would just feed you tons and tons of pastries. Of course, save some for myself, too. Have you eaten? Maybe, but you should definitely eat. You look like you're starving. He glances at me while drying off his hair with a towel. I shake my head. No, I'm not too hungry. You should eat at least something. Your body has been through a lot. No, dude, I think you really should eat something. I'll order you some food. Wow, my hero. A little smirk plays on Ray's lips. And don't you forget it, Star. What kind of food do you like? I shrug. Maybe something comforting. Ray chuckles. Catch. He tosses me his phone and leans against the wall. Get whatever you want. Dude, you should never tell that to a woman who just loves food. Whatever I want, huh? Maybe I'm feeling some wagyu and lobster. I wouldn't take the lobster, but the wagyu sounds good. I peek up at Ray, who just smirks down at me. Are you trying to scare me? Get two. I groan. You are no fun. I fight villains all day. A little brat like you is hardly enough to push my buttons. Wow, insults, huh? Ray laughs, brushing a hand through his damp hair. Part of me wondered how Ray would react if he found out that I used to be a small-town time villain. He already knows, dude. When he pushes his hair back, I notice his pierced ears. Kinda strange for a hero like you to have their ears pierced. You think so? It doesn't really fit the hero image. Yeah, I guess not. When did you get them pierced? Sometime when I was a teenager. I don't exactly remember when, to be honest. Went through a rebellious phase, huh? Something like that. They were so strict at the NAHA, it was hard not to be a poopy, rebellious teenager at least once. A lot of people get recruited into being a hero, but you were basically one from birth, huh? I was talented like that. Did you still get to do, like, normal kid things? Ray's face falls for half a second before snapping back to its original expression. Of course, my childhood was pretty normal, even boring. Somehow I don't get the feeling that you can be the judge of what normal things are. As I'm pretty sure lattes aren't usually green. Rude! I hold up his phone as if I will throw it. Ray chuckles. It was a joke, a joke. I glare at him, phone still in the air. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I'm sure you had a very normal upbringing, turned out very normal from it. Is he getting closer? I lower the phone and Ray sits next to me on the bed. I hand his phone back. You didn't order anything. I could just do it on my own phone. I don't want to have you spend money on me like that. Ray rolls his eyes. I'll go out and pick you up something then. There's some food in the fridge. I'll just find something from there. Oh my goodness, Celine, you're being so... Let the man treat you like he's a superhero. He probably makes millions of dollars in a month. Get up and open the fridge. Find you some fruits to snack on. Now I'm hungry. My stomach is like growling. Ray narrows his eyes at the small amount of food but doesn't comment. Boy, you can talk, dude. Look like Skeletor. I sit on the kitchen counter and start to eat the fruit. So what are those alien things anyways? Ray sighs. We aren't really sure. Every couple of weeks they send one or two more. I'm beginning to think these aliens are connected to him some way. I'm beginning to think they're like trying to... I don't know. I'm beginning to think he's got some sort of connection to them. Makes you wonder. Lately has been happening with more frequency. They are really destructive and seem to kill rather than eat or capture. So you have to be really careful if you end up around one. Their sight isn't too good, but they have excellent hearing. Ray approaches me, looking down at me from where I sit on the counter. If you are ever in trouble, just yell for me, and no matter where I am, I will save you. Oh, dude. His intense gaze pierces my eyes. It's kind of romantic. I look away, his deathless eyes making me feel flustered. He places his hand on my face, redirecting it back towards his own. He brushes away some fruit juice I didn't realize was on my cheek. It's never boring with you around, that's for sure. I blush, embarrassed. After finishing my food, I throw away the container and head towards my bed, flipping on the TV. There was a special on music that has hit top charts lately. Oh, look, there's Blaze. Oh, he survived. I didn't know he was in a band. Ray sits next to me. Yeah, I don't think he is in it for love of music, though. What kind of music do you like? Ray looks at me with a smile playing on his lips. I don't know. I don't really go out on my way to listen to any specific kind of music. Whatever's on the radio is fine, I guess. Really? You give me the vibe that you'd be into classic rock or something. Are you calling me old or something? No, not at all. Good, you aren't allowed to comment on my age unless you can outrun me. There is going to come a day where I can. Ray scoffs. Not on your life, kid. Too proud. The articles say my pride is what's sexy about me. You search yourself on the internet? That's embarrassing, Ray. I'd never admit to something like that. Internet? No, not really. Magazines. Sometimes when I see one with my name on the cover, it's hard not to be curious. Magazines? I take it back, you really are an old man. Ray's smile looks a little annoyed. You are such a little brat. I laugh. Blaze's face shows across the screen, sweating on stage while he screams into a microphone. You know, he came in to order coffee once. I vaguely remember your coworker mentioning it. I'm guessing Blaze wasn't there for the coffee. He wouldn't take no for an answer. He was very determined on taking me out to dinner. I'm not stupid enough to think that for someone like him, an offer like that is simply a nice invitation. I get the feeling that he's the type to feel owed after taking someone out for dinner. Ray had a deep frown. His silence was a bit unnerving. I attempted to lighten the mood. I don't know how you survived with him as a sidekick. I couldn't even survive 15 minutes around the guy. After a while, I essentially fired him, but the NAHA decided to just promote him into a hero in order to preserve my clean record. What's the NAHA? A smirk worked on Ray's lips. North American Heroes Association. You really don't know anything about heroes, huh? I know everything about heroes. I love superheroes. I roll my eyes. Do you want me to freak out over you? Oh my god, Binary Star is in my apartment! I can now die happy! Ray chuckles. If it's you, I don't even mind shaking your hand or autographing your forehead. Do people ask for that? You would be surprised what people ask for. I shudder. Ray gets up, positioning himself against the familiar wall. You should get some sleep. It's late and your body is probably still healing from the shock. Some part of me does feel nervous about Ray in my very small apartment. He smirks at me and I look away quickly, remembering that he can read my thoughts. He lights a cigarette. Oh, poor guy. You shouldn't be smoking with that big gash. Get some sleep, Star. I'll watch over you until my shift. You should really get some sleep. Oh my! I can't sleep alone. Somewhat suggestive? Or try to drift off to sleep. Well, probably either is gonna be bad for me, but let's take the dotty route. I'm gonna close my eyes. Oh, I'm already blushing. Let's see what happens. Ray, I can't sleep alone. Oh. Excuse me? I'm too scared to sleep alone. Oh, the music stopped. So can you sleep with me? You stare at Ray pleadingly. Ray sighs. He puts out his cigarette and closes the window. He approaches the side of the bed. I have to report to the office in a few hours, so I won't be able to stay all night. Still, I fall asleep. Oh. Please, Ray! Pretty please. With cupcakes on top. Cupcakes. I give my biggest pleading eyes and Ray sighs. Fine, scoot over. Ray takes off his outer sweater, making a comment about how it smelled like smoke. Oh, now he's getting suggestive. I scoot over, leaving room for the chronically tired-looking man. He should get some sleep. That's what I would do. It's like an honorable thing to do. It's not like it's suggestive or anything. It's like, poor dude, he looks like he hasn't slept for a month. The bed dips as Ray gets in. Dude, you should sleep. Come on. Once he's in the bed, he props his head up on his hand, looking down at me. Don't look down at me. Go to sleep. You need sleep, dude. Go to sleep. He looks awkward and somewhat uncomfortable. He shifts his gaze away, avoiding eye contact. Now he's nervous. I continue to gaze at him. He pushes my face away lightly. Stop. You are so far away. I'm so cold. Aww. No, I'm coming on to him and he's being the little nervous Nelly, right? He's being like the cold fish. Icy fish. So cold. I'm cold. Come and warm me up, Ray. It's almost like I'm all alone. I feel like maybe I'll get scared again. Ray groans. Fine. Look, he's like sweating. He wraps an arm around my waist, easily pulling me closer into him. His chest feels firm and warm, padded by his sweater. Wait, I thought he took off his sweater. So that's what you were hiding under that frumpy sweater, Mr. Ray? It's not frumpy, and don't think poop like that when you are this close to me. Hey, it's not like I asked you to read my thoughts. It's not like I want to. It's hard not to when you are this close. pervert. Exhibitish. I can't say that. I'm getting too flustered. I laugh out loud. Ray ruffles my hair. Stop being a brat and get some sleep. I muster up all the sarcasm I can. Yes, sir. I could feel Ray's... Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna say that. Oh my goodness. Twitch in his pants and he shifts slightly away from me. I shove my body closer to his. Dude, what are you doing? Don't play with me, Celine. You need sleep. You know what I need? Yes, now go to... I think part of your body knows what I need. Oh my goodness, now it's getting suggestive. I could feel him get increasingly harder. Uh-oh. Should I stop? Wrong route. Uh-oh. Oh, YouTube gods, please don't ban me. Come on, Celine, you're being a little too... Celine? You keep being a pooping tease. Neither of us are going to get any sleep tonight. That is a promise. Ray leans in, his hot whispered breath brushing over the shell of my ear. You are stepping on my last ounce of self-control, Celine. Ray's tone was seeped in warning. I sigh in defeat. Fine, I'll stop. Good. Ray pats my head slowly, weaving his fingers into my hair. His other arm wrapped firmly around my waist. With the comfort of Ray right next to me, I'll be able to drift off into sleep. When I wake up in the next morning, Ray is nowhere to be found. I stretch and get up. I spot a note on the bedside table. I left some breakfast for you in the fridge. Please refrain from going outside. If you have to, call me first. Rest up, Celine. I'll see you again tonight. I noticed an additional note at the bottom. P.S. I didn't get a single wink of sleep thanks to somebody. Won't name names. I spend most of the day sitting around reading and flipping through TV. There was a special show showing on Heroes. Despite Binary Star being rated top hero, there wasn't actually much information about him. Where's my pussycat? Where's that little kitty cat? I want to see that kitty again. Oh, his parents died when he was young, and so he was taken in by a top hero at the time called Steel Sheriff. Steel Sheriff lovingly raised him as a normal boy, also training him into the hero that we now know today. I decided to search Steel Sheriff on the internet to learn more about him. 10 reasons why Steel Sheriff is a true Golden Age hero. Steel Sheriff is reaching his 60s, but even in retirement, he isn't slowing down. All of the top results were articles felt very PR-driven. I decided to check social media to get a better understanding of common opinion. The first result that appeared was a thread from a couple of weeks ago that amassed 120,000 likes. Thread, Steel Sheriff got away with everything. We should be talking about it. I click on the thread and start to read. During the golden age of heroes in the 80s, Steel Sheriff was quite popular. Now he seems to be living remotely and out of the spotlight. His name has been steeped in controversy. The thread was long, but essentially it boiled down to a gross misuse of power. Steel Sheriff has been accused of many, oh my goodness, assaults and worse. Not only that, but he seems to have been blatantly homophobic and misogynistic in the past. After retirement, he spiraled into alcoholism and lives in a remote area of Oklahoma. Nobody sees much of him anymore, but his 60th birthday coming up has reignited feelings about him amongst the populace. I can't help but to wonder how having someone like that as a caretaker may have impacted Ray. Apparently Ray never had any brothers or sisters, so after his parents passed, Steel Sheriff was the only one that Ray could call family. I wonder how Ray feels about him. That's probably not a good question to ask, Celine. I decide to shake the weird feeling and change the channel. It lands on the news. Across the screen shows some heroes fighting an alien. I watch the live news segment, but I don't catch the familiar flash of blue, blonde, and red. I thought Ray said he had work today. I try and shrug off the suspicion. I'm sure heroes also have assignments that aren't in the public eye. While scrolling on social media, I see somebody talking about fan fiction writing tips. I wonder if Ray has fan fiction about him. I should wonder what happened to my coworkers and try to reach out to Haley, see if she's okay. I search up some fan fictions of Binary Star. Most of them were admittedly great portrayals of Binary Star that is shown in the media. I can't help to laugh to myself at the difference between the fan portrayal of Binary Star and how Ray actually acts. As the nightclub continued around them, Binary Star leaned in closer, his voice becoming softer. YN, your smile has the power to ignite a light within me, a light that burns brighter than any danger I face, and I have fallen deeply in love with you. YN's breath caught in her throat as she stared into Binary Star's mesmerizing red eyes. A wave of emotions washed over her, threatening to pull her into sea, and she found herself unable to form words. Instead, she expressed her feelings through a heartfelt smile that mirrored his own. YN's heart soared at his words, her eyes shining with unspoken affection. She felt a deep connection with Binary Star, one that extended beyond his heroic persona. I scrolled past a couple of chapters of the lovey-dovey stuff to find the risque parts. Should I read this out? Oh my goodness, it's kind of cheesy. It's like one of those 90s romance novels. Binary, that I don't read, right? I never read those. I just looked at them very, very fast, right? Right? You believe me, don't you? Anyways, Binary Star looks down at me with lust draped across his ruby eyes. His formed chest heaved in lusty promises. YN, I need you more than light itself. Ever since I saw you at that club dancing, your worries away, I knew I needed you desperately. I will save the world over and over just to have your body once. He places a deep, needy kiss onto my lips, hands following the dips and curves across my body. I can't suppress a moan. Binary Star gives me a bright smile. Don't worry, I will treat your body with care, dear YN, just like when I saved the bridge from collapsing. I laugh out loud. I wonder if the inconsistency in character is because nobody really knows how Binary Star would react to being horny. Every word makes me laugh, as I can't help imagining Ray saying these ridiculous lines. Time flies by as they become absorbed in Binary Star fan fiction. The door sounds and Ray enters through my apartment door. After walking in, he pauses, giving me a curious look. You look like you're up to no good, Celine. He looks tired, smelling a bit like smoke. He needs to stop smoking. You aren't in your hero uniform. I didn't do any frontline hero work today, just some paperwork. I hop up, approaching him. You smell like smoke. Oh, do I? Sorry. There was a fire nearby the office. It must have settled in my hair. Mind if I take a shower here? Sure, you know where the towels are. Thanks. Oh, is he gonna try to make the moves on me again? Ray showers and the smell of soap fills up the apartment. I put on some music and open up the window to let some fresh air in. I think back to the news on the TV earlier today. It is a little weird that a building fire wasn't featured. Ray gets out of the shower, drying his hair off with a towel. Ray, I think I'm going a little stir-crazy. I don't know how much more time I'll be able to stay cooped up inside. Ray grimaces. I know, I'm sorry. I'm just worried something will happen to you, and I won't be able to find you. I was actually thinking, in the meantime, until we find Double, would you move in with me? Ooh, my place is larger, so you can move around a bit more. It also has better security, so you won't have to feel worried about staying here. I chew on my lip. I don't know. That's kinda sudden. He pats my head. I guess that was a bit sudden, sorry, maybe just think about it. I don't think it's very safe for you here. As long as Double's around and knows where you live, there is a chance that he can come get you at any time. And honestly, that scares me. Celine, there isn't much Ray's phone buzzes. Sorry, I have to take this. He picks it up, leaving my apartment. My heart can't stop pounding at his offer. What the hell, that was so sudden. Well, it does make sense. Like, come on, if he's got security, he's got probably a bigger and better and nicer place too, like a posh place. And if her scary ex can find her here, like, come on, what are you doing? He isn't wrong that I'm in a very worrying position. But abandoning my apartment to move in with him seems extreme. After half an hour or so on the phone, I can hear the front door close. Ray returns inside. Sorry, some work stuff. No worries. Have you eaten yet? I shake my head. Not yet. Can I make you something? What? You do not have to cook me a meal in my own apartment. I don't mind. He walks towards the small kitchenette. Can he cook? To be honest, I enjoy cooking. I don't get a lot of opportunities to cook for someone else. Yes, but do I even have any ingredients? So I'd like to, if that is okay with you. Sure, anybody can cook for me. Even the cat would come out. Even the cat, if the cat could cook, I'm like, sure, make me a meal, kitty cat. I guess so, I just feel bad. I should be cooking for you. Come on, take the offer. You crazy, Celine? He's offering to cook for you. Ray gives me a little smirk. I'm not sure if I trust your cooking. You act like I'd poison you. I'm impervious to poison, so you wouldn't do any damage to me with that method. You say that as if I can do damage to you in other ways. Ray just smiles as he starts to chop up some vegetables. I watch him in the kitchen as my music plays in the background. He was surprisingly skilled at cooking. Soon enough dinner was made and I sit down at a table with Ray. The veggie pasta smells delicious. Wow, Ray. He looks proud of his work. Dive in. I mumble a thanks for the meal, start eating. Wow! Ray laughs. The pasta was incredibly good. If you have any preferences, let me know. I can cook just about anything. This is so good, I'd be happy with this again. Noted. I make quick work of dinner, not realizing how hungry I got. Wow, this guy is like... he's like a golden star, or he's like, he can cook, he can save the day. Oh, man. After dinner, I tried to do the dishes, but Ray ended up helping anyways. He could just blast them with his with his laser eyes. Bang, bang, bang. Dishes are done. It was a strange feeling living together, even though we technically weren't. When cleanup was done, we sat and chatted about various things. My place has a pretty large kitchen. It does feel like a shame not to use it. So I tried to make the most of it. I love a look at Ray. What? I'm still surprised you can cook so well. I have other skills outside of saving citizens in distress, you know. I read about some of your skills earlier today. I joke. Ray gives me a skeptical look. Is that right? I pick up my phone and click on a random Binary Star fanfiction I was reading earlier. When Binary Star looked at you from across the club with his ruby red eyes, you felt undressed on the spot. Grabs your hand, taking you to the quieter hallway, where he pushes you against the wall, his plush lips encapsulating your own. Binary Star pulls back, heat in his eyes. Heroes have to blow off some steam too, and you just like the citizen to help, he whispers huskily. What the poop? Ray walks over, standing over me. I hand him my phone and he starts to look, his eyes widening at the increasingly graphic nature of the fanfiction. My lord. Wow, Ray, pretty bold of you in public at a nightclub too. Ray glances up from the phone with a skeptical look. Did you write this? No, it's fanfiction. There are thousands of these. A smirk appears on Ray's lips. He leans, towering over me closer. Is this the kind of stuff you like, Celine? A dangerous smile stretches across his face. Uh-oh. Do you want me to drag you to the back of a club? No, not really. I'd take you all for myself. While covering your mouth so others don't hear as you desperately moan my name. My teasing has fully backfired. Uh-oh, you're in trouble now, Celine. Ray gives a look of warning. My face heats up and I scoot back as I'm sure he can hear my heartbeat from where I sit. No, I just thought it was funny. Ray shrugs. Too bad. Let me know if you change your mind. Too bad? Ray saunters off to the window to light a cigarette, per usual. I am unable to look him in the eye and I hear him chuckle. I get up and get ready to go to sleep. I lay down in the bed, hyper-aware of Ray's presence, but he stands looking out the window. After a while of failed attempts to fall asleep, I look towards Ray. Ray? He glances at me. Can you cuddle with me until I fall asleep? A small smile plays on his lips as he puts out his cigarette. Sure. He walks over, taking off his sweater. Oh, here we go again. The bed dips and he drapes an arm around my waist, but is he gonna go further? And am I gonna have to shut down YouTube? I don't know. I really don't know. I hope not. There was some comfortability with Ray that I wasn't used to. With him, I felt safe. I think about the special I watched earlier in the day. Ray? Yeah? Was being with Steel Sheriff hard? Oh, that just killed the moment, probably. Ray sucks his teeth in thought. It certainly wasn't easy. He wasn't a good person. Probably still isn't. We don't talk anymore. When was the last time you talked? Maybe 6 years ago or so. He was my guardian for about 11 years. Steel was a deeply troubled person that hurt people wherever he went. Ray looks at my worried expression. He ruffles my hair with a sympathetic smile. Don't worry, he couldn't hurt me. He tried to once and he learned his lesson. Since that day, he lost interest in messing with me. Steel is the kind of trash that only punches down at people who won't fight back. The minute I turned 18, I left Steel for good. The NAHA was forced to figure out the PR spin for the situation. I think they landed on something like Binary Star paving his own path towards herodom, something like that. Did you have a hard time with Double Vision? I chew my lip in thought. Double wasn't always bad. He was very courteous to me most of the time. But things started to go bad and then didn't stop snowballing. I think maybe he was manipulative and violent all along, but because it wasn't pointed at me. I refused to look and other people got hurt because of that. I sigh and Ray pulls me closer. He runs a hand through my hair comfortably. The way he was in the warehouse, it was never that bad. Before I had an inclination that he was capable of killing me. Now I know for sure that he is. It will be okay, I promise. I will keep you safe. I glance up at Ray, who gives me a little smile. Does she have any superpowers at all, or is she just useless? That's what I want to know. Why are you doing all of this, Ray? Are you that naive, girl? Come on. He's into you. You have no obligation to spend all of your time watching over me. I'm thankful for your help, but I don't really understand your motives. Well, you did come on to him. He probably thinks you're his now. And you're both sleeping in bed together. Like, what do you think? You're that dim-witted? Ray levels a look at me. A silence crosses over us as Ray studies my face. You don't have to say why if you are uncomfortable. Sorry. Ray places his hand on my cheek, pulling it softly so I face him. He looks at me quietly, a softness passing through his eyes. Celine, I love you. Whoa. What? I'm in love with you, Celine. From the first moment I saw you, I fell for you. Every interaction with you after that only served to further solidify my love for you. Now he's writing a fan fiction. I wanted to make you love me too. Ray gives a self-deprecating laugh. Aww, poor guy. But I suppose I'm no good at making people love me without a PR team. My mouth hangs open, face heating up at the bold confession. You don't have to respond. I'm not looking for affirmation. I just thought you should know the significance I hold you in. If I lose you, I might as well lose everything. If you're gone, the world will crumble. That's kind of dramatic. I won't apologize for how I feel. I gaze up at Ray. It feels somewhat surreal that Ray, binary star, just confessed his love for me. I continue to stare and his face starts to blush and he looks away. What is it? Nothing. You really love me? Don't repeat it while staring at me like that. He's embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed. You are so insufferable. I laugh and Ray's expression softened it up. He touches my face again, looming ever closer. You are so unbelievably perfect. Celine, can I kiss you? My heart leaps out of my chest. Ray's face so close to mine I can almost feel the heat rolling off of his skin. Well, we come this far. I actually feel really sorry for the guy. He's never been loved probably in his whole entire life. He's been loved but only as a superhero. Nobody's ever loved him as a relationship or as cared for him in a that kind of way. Yes, let's kiss. I nod slowly because otherwise, I'm not the one to crush somebody's soul like that by saying no. I nod slowly and Ray's hand moves to the base of my head. He leans in softly, pushing his lips into mine. I wonder if he's ever kissed somebody. His fingers weave into my hair and I can feel him sigh. When I don't pull back, Ray deepens the kiss. My heart is hammering in my chest. I become greedy at the sensation of Ray's lips gently colliding into my own. I want to taste him. My fingers reach up, wrapping into the collar of Ray's shirt. I pull him closer. His hand tightens in my hair in response to my action. Ouch! Ew. Okay, I'm not gonna read that. That's a little too much. Pulls a small smile forming on his lips. I don't know if I should post this. I don't know if I can. I don't know if YouTube will ban me. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I don't want to do this. Oh, you're getting too naughty for me. And look at him, hungry. Hungry for pastries. We should probably stop, or I will have a harder time stopping myself later on. His black eyes are filled with warning. Okay, fine. Good, thank you. He leans down, placing a kiss on my forehead. You should try and get some sleep. You look exhausted. I look exhausted? Ray, you look like you haven't slept in weeks. I don't really get much sleep. Do you think you can sleep in with me tomorrow? Ray gives a little smile. We will see. Try to get some sleep, Star. You too, Ray. I cuddle into him and his arms tighten around me. With the comfort of Ray's tight hold, I fall asleep in no time. That got a little naughty. I wake up in the middle of the night. Ray's lowered voice bounces off the wall softly. Yeah, I did it. What else do you want me to say? So what are you gonna do? Actually, let me rephrase that. What can you do? What's going on? No, I'd rethink that if I were you. If you want to put me on trial, the reputation of your best hero is tarnished. You can fire me if you want. I'll gladly take the vacation. Oh, he's talking on the phone. See, nothing else you can do. What now? Well, I'd recommend you keep a leash on your other heroes. Keep the poop away from my personal life. Frankly, I'd recommend that for any of you. We both know what I'm capable of, and I'm no longer satisfied with playing nice. Ray glances at me and I shut my eyes to pretend I'm asleep. I'm not sure if he saw me looking at him, but he walks over and sits near me on the edge of the bed. He pats my head softly. He must have thought I was tossing and turning. After my breathing evens, he continues talking on the phone. I look forward to watching the NAHA actually do their poopin' job for once. Please, be my guest. Tell Herschel there isn't anything he can do either. Then you better contact risk management. There is nothing the NAHA can do to make me back down. I'm getting what I want, and frankly, as far as I'm concerned, everything else can burn. Oh wow. That's about all I have to say regarding that. Last thing, I'm going to be late getting to work tomorrow. Ray glances at me. I have decided to sleep in. Good night. Well, good for him though, like, he deserves a break. All he does is, like, he doesn't even have even a personal life or a life at all. And he just works himself, like, literally to death. Ray hangs up the phone. He gazes down at me, his thumb tracing the features of my face. Did I wake you up? I open my eyes slowly, the moonlight blankets Ray like a halo, giving him an ethereal glimmer. I shake my head slowly. The ghost of a smirk appears on his face. You're a good liar, Celine. Is everything okay? Ray gets into bed next to me, his familiar warmth comforting. He runs his fingers down my cheek, leaning in. You don't have to worry about anything. I'll take care of everything. Go back to sleep. I nod and lay my head back down. He's now sounding kind of like he's commanding, like controlling. Soon everything fades into familiar darkness. I wake up as something tickles my cheek. My eyes readjust and I glance over. I wonder how long this game is, really. I feel like I've been playing like 4 hours. Ray snoozes near me soundly. I try to get up, but his arms are wrapped tightly around my waist. He mumbles something and nuzzles the top of my head. Ray? 5 more minutes. Ray? His eyes flutter open when he realizes his hold on me. His face goes pink and he scrambles up. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I usually don't. It's okay, you were pretty out of it there. Ray stretches, his toned body brushing against the thin black shirt. Yeah, I honestly haven't slept that soundly in ages. I'm surprised I even woke up. That makes 2 of us. Ray gets out of bed yawning. Do you mind if I take a shower? No, not at all. Don't worry, I'll be out of your hair soon. He retreats into the bathroom. I eye his duffel bag that he always brings with him. I know it isn't a nice thing to do, but after everything that has been going on, I can hardly be blamed for being a little skeptical. I can't disregard what I saw in that warehouse. I can't disregard what was spoken about on the phone last night. I can't disregard my safety by having him be around my apartment so often without knowing if he is dangerous or not. Oh jeez. I first poke his duffel bag, then I slowly open it. Inside were some changes of clothing, just a sweatshirt and some jeans. I smell them, but nothing seems off. They smell like Ray, slightly of pine and toasted sugar. While I'm digging around in his clothing, I accidentally shake loose a carton of cigarettes. I would probably need some stress relief if a whole city relied on me too. I feel something hard in a pocket. That looks like a pen I used to have. There isn't much in his duffel bag. So I have to take a drink. I'm reading so much. Some clothing, a notebook, some keys, a couple of phones. I hear a bump in the shower and realize I probably don't have too much more time to snoop. Oh, I get to look at something or something else? Well, let's take a look at the notebook. I glance at a small notebook. It seemed like an odd thing to carry for a superhero. I flip it open. On the pages there are small drawings of different planets and notes. The drawings and notes go on for pages and pages. Something about the handwriting feels off to me. To confirm my suspicion, I hop up to my nightstand. I open the nightstand, grabbing the coffee sleeve from Ray I have kept. My suspicions were correct. The handwriting on the coffee sleeve and the handwriting from the first good chunk of pages in the notebook are not similar at all. As the pages continue, the handwriting gets closer to the handwriting that is on the coffee sleeve. That's weird. Is this all Ray, or is this someone else too? Wait a moment, maybe Ray isn't who he is. Like, maybe he was a regular person and then this alien-like being entered his body. The drawings on the pages always looked a bit childish, never seeming to change. The pages near the end trail off. A chunk of pages are missing. The final page has an image of 2 spears and the words, "We orbit around each other." As I'm returning everything to the duffel bag, a wallet tumbles out, flopping against the floor. A square paper slides out of the wallet as it hits the ground. I snag it off the ground, opening the wallet to put it back inside. As I flip around the small square, my hand pauses. My heart threatens to leap from my chest. On the small square that was tucked inside the wallet was a very familiar view. One I saw when looking into the mirror. A view of myself around 3 years ago. It's me in my villain outfit petting a cat. As the shower shuts off, I'm jolted back to reality. I shove the picture back inside of the wallet and bury it back into the bag, zipping it up just how it was before. I lay myself casually onto the bed, pretending to read a book that has been sitting on my nightstand for over a month at this point. Oh, that wasn't very good of you to do that, girl, because he can read your mind. A couple of minutes later of pretend reading, Ray exits the restroom. He approaches and leans against the wall where he usually does, by the window. This time, instead of smoking a cigarette, he is fully focused on me. His intense look makes me squirm. Like, what do you think? He read your mind, dude. Like, how stupid can you be? Why would you do such a thing? There is something distant, disconnected about his eyes. Oh, you've been caught like red-handed. Why would you do that knowing he can read your mind? Like, why? Why? So you were digging through my stuff or something? Did you have fun reading through my notebook? I would have read it for you if you asked me nicely. Ray levels a look at me. It seems like you are unnerved by me on some level. Like, yeah, why are you unnerved by him? Like, you were like all coochie, and now you're like, I'm suspicious of you, Ray. You're some sort of weirdo. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It really doesn't. That you don't trust me, and now you're just like throwing your whole relationship down the toilet because you're just like suspicious and all that, and he can read your mind, dude. Like, how dumb can you be? He pushes himself off of the wall and walks towards me. So ask me whatever you want. If you ask, I'll tell you anything. What do you want to know, Celine? I'm definitely gonna ask him this. Why do you have a photo of me? Why do you have a photo of me in your wallet? Or like, you don't say right out like, oh, I'm so sorry, Ray. Like, you don't start explaining yourself? A photo from 3 years ago. Do you remember what you were doing in that photo? I try and think back. What was I doing during that time 3 years ago? You were petting a cat. My eyes widened. I was robbing a house. I looked panicked at Ray. I'm not going to turn you in or anything, dummy. At that time, I was on my way to my next assignment when I saw you break into the house of legislator Keek. I was going to quickly take care of you, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. It was an odd feeling. Before that moment, I never really had any issues getting rid of criminals. I truly believe that if someone commits a crime, they are opening themselves up to punishment. That the world was better off without them. But that day, something changed. I kept watching you run around, playing with the cat. And something in me just couldn't compute that you were a criminal. His eyes peer into mine. You had a bag of everything you came there for in hand. All the jewels, money, blackmail. So without a doubt, you were a criminal. But I couldn't get myself to dispose of you. So I became curious. I kept trying to predict where you would hit next just so I could catch a glimpse at you. Sometimes I was right, sometimes I was wrong. Stalker? Ray laughs. I guess I became a little obsessed. You broke my ideals and I had to figure out why. Why didn't you say anything? I couldn't just talk to you. If you, a petty criminal, knew that you were on Binary Star's radar, you would have disappeared from the city, possibly even the country the next day. But eventually you disappeared anyways. By that time I didn't realize how much of me depended on you. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. You were all I thought about. You had become my Binary Star, and without you my balance was off. I became a zombie during my day. I would just smile and say what they wanted me to, and at night, I sought you out. I finally found you 3 weeks ago. I transferred to work in this city. I purchased a condo. I formulated the perfect plan to meet you. You were never supposed to figure out that I was Binary Star. I was hoping that you would either fall for me or Binary Star, not both. Ray sighs and rubs his forehead in frustration. Aww. I just didn't expect your old partner to also try and chase you down too. And now I know he truly won't stop until he is 6 feet under. Ray levels an intense gaze at me. After 3 years, I came to the conclusion that you are what matters. Not crime, not justice, not criminals or villains or civilians or even Earth itself. It's you, Celine. Whoa, that's harsh. Ray levels his gaze at me so closely I feel like I could hear his heartbeat if I focused hard enough. Celine, I promise I will keep you safe. I may not be the perfect shining hero from the stars that everyone claims I am, but I will be your hero. Oh, I'm not sure how to respond. Some part of me knows thank you isn't an appropriate response for the situation. Ray can sense the conflicting expressions that drift across my face. I know that was probably a lot. He is coming on very strong. I'll let you rest. He pauses if he wants to say something, then decides just to leave with a wave. Ray gathers his stuff and exits my apartment. I am left in silence with only my thoughts. It's obvious that Ray, or rather Binary Star, is dangerous to some extent. But when he talks about himself without the mask on, something about him just feels so lonely, distant. I sit down thinking over the previous interaction on repeat. I spend most of the day trying to research information about Binary Star, but I can't really find anything of value. The sun is already beginning to set, and the restlessness sets in. After a while, I can't help but do something about my complicated feelings at hand. Let's call Haley. I haven't talked to her for ages. I decide to give Haley a call. They warned me before that Binary Star mostly likely had some skeletons in the closet. Maybe they know more. Why are you trying to search? Why are you trying to, Ugh, I'm now starting to not really like this main character. Just take what you have, you know? You've got a superhero willing to, move Earth for you, oh my goodness, girl, get your crap together. Or maybe they don't, but either way, Hale's comforting voice is something that I need to hear right now. The dial tone rings softly. Hello, Celine? Hi, Hale. Celine, are you okay? I tried texting you, but you never responded. I was getting worried. You kind of dropped off the face of the planet there for a minute. I'm okay. You sure? You don't sound okay. I bite my lip. Everything in me wants to run crying to Hale, but I can't be selfish. Hale essentially just lost their whole business with the chaos in the West District. The last thing I want to do is heft more stress onto them. Yeah, I guess I just missed you is all. I can hear Hale suck in air suddenly. Hale? Yeah. Sorry, yeah, me too. Are you okay? I hear a familiar voice in the background. Yo, is that Celine? Let me say hi. Wait, your face is so red. Ha 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 ha, that's so funny. Stone Cold Hale down bad. Oof! A large smack sound reverberates over the speaker. Miles groans in the background. So did you call for anything specific? Not really. Remember how you mentioned that you think all heroes have skeletons in their closets? The more powerful the hero, the more packed that closet is going to be. Why do you think that? If you have unlimited power, who will stop you? The government will do anything to protect their assets after all. What do you think about Binary Star? Once again, there is silence on the other end of the call. Please, Celine, listen to me closely. Run away from Binary Star. I did some asking, some digging, and nothing good could come from being around him. He will only cause you misery and chaos. You will never know peace again if you accept him. The best thing you can do is run as far and fast as you can. There was another pause on the other line. I have to go. Just please tell me you will leave tonight and run very, very far away. Wherever I go, the guy's going to be able to find me. I was unable to answer, unsure what to do. Haley's tone left no question of severity of the request. I'll find you again when you are in a safe place. The phone call cuts off suddenly. Haley probably hung up. I start to feel exhausted. Ray isn't home and it's already pretty late. I can't help but to wonder if it's because of our discussion earlier. It certainly left off on an awkward note. A bit of sadness stung in my heart. Despite everything, some part of me still trusted Ray. I get into bed, resting my body against the plush blankets. My eyes close, covering me in the familiar darkness of sleep. I dream of a peculiar dream, one where Double, Haley, and myself are all heroes. We fight to defeat the ultimate villain, Binary Star. I drive a sword through his chest. He erupts into planetary dust, showering glitter all over myself. I don't feel sad, yet tears swell and pour down my face. The planet heals. It's finally over. The dust falls into sparks, and soon the earth catches fire. A wild flame licks my face and my body. I can't breathe. Help, I can't. As I dream, the smell of smoke drifts across my senses. I cough a bit, turning over. My eyes flash open as a scent of smoke permeates the area. I immediately sit up. Oh, geez. My whole apartment is consumed by flames. I blanch. How could it have spread this much without me waking up? I quickly stumble out of my bed. The ground is hot as flames lick the far wall. I cough as the smoke starts to get in my lungs. I can't stop coughing. This is bad. I glance around my apartment as it is doused in flames. I cough harder as I kneel over. The smoke is suffocating. I have to do something fast. Don't you have any superpowers? You're supposed to have, like... Go for the front door. Go for the... Well, you never go to the front door. Go for the window. Go for the balcony door. Go for the balcony door. Sprint towards the balcony. I knew things were going to go bad fast. I yell out his name with all the force that I can manage. Binary Star, help me! Less than a moment later, a gust of fresh air bursts past me from my balcony. I look up and the shining hero stands before me. He reaches out his hand towards me, smiling kindly. He is radiant, even amongst the smoke and flame. Despite the destruction around me, I feel no semblance of fear. Whoa. I'm here to save you, Celine. Without hesitation, I grab his hand, pulling myself up. I throw myself in his arms, hugging him with the remainder of the strength in my body. Now I'm the damsel again. He freezes his prize by my action. Binary Star clears his throat and shifts his gaze to the side in a feeble attempt to hide how red his face is. After a few seconds of patting my head awkwardly, he shifts back. He squats lower, settling his forearm under my bum. Woo! Binary Star easily lifts me up, securing my back with his other hand. Did he set my apartment on fire? He steps out onto the balcony, looking at me with a coy smile. Hold on tight. Suddenly we are flying through the starry sky, his iconic red cape trailing behind. The night air is brisk as he flies past skyscrapers and stars. Soon enough, he settles me down onto a high-up balcony in the middle of downtown. You can see the whole city from here. That's kind of the point of why they placed me here. Did he burn my apartment down just so he can get me to move into his? I'm starting to think. Burn my apartment down? Okay, you're moving in with me, girl. I just have to burn your apartment down. Oh my god. Maybe he did, right? You never know. He opens the doors and beckons me inside. My jaw drops. This is your apartment? Condo, but yes. He smirks. Glad you like it. This is where you will be living from now on. Oh my god, so he did burn down my... Maybe he is dangerous. He burned down my apartment so that he could have me living in his condo. What? Unless you want to go back to your apartment, which I wouldn't personally recommend in its current state. He walks up to me, looking down at me with a serious expression. Plus, here I can keep you safe. I know where you are. I guess that makes sense. I promise not to impede. I'll be out of here right when I get a new apartment. And an indecipherable look passes across Ray's expression. I can almost swear I hear him chuckle. He turns away, walking into the apartment. We will see about that. Oh my god, he is controlling. What did you say? He turns around, smiling his signature radiant smile. Nothing. Come, let me show you around your new home, Star. Oh, I couldn't help but to follow him. He led me as if a gravitational pull kept us together. Part of me knew that something didn't feel entirely right. By then I was already too enthralled by the hero. The way he shined. I couldn't help but to orbit around him. Oh, that's the end. Oh, that's the end of the story. And now you're caught forever in the binary star. And you can never leave. You're his now. Oh my goodness. So I never got to escape. I think Haley was a cat. I totally believe that was her superpower, is she turns into a cat. Never did see what happened to Double. I didn't like him at all. But yeah, so that's the ending of Binary Star Hero. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this playthrough as much as I enjoyed it, and I hope you download this free game. Like, it's incredible. Like, I just love this game. And try to play all the, I know there's lots of multiple endings to it, and possibly Haley and even Double you can romance also. And I hope you hit that like button to support my channel and subscribe to Secret Door Gaming. I will see you in the next game. Thanks again!